Tell me a little bit about this plane.
Well, this is the famous airplane in the park. This is the airplane that sat in the park on 19th Avenue for many, many years. A lot of people come by and see it and say, gee, I played on that airplane when I was a kid, including the reporter that I'm talking to right now. Our folks spent a lot of time restoring this aircraft, all volunteer work. To give you an idea of how difficult it was, the cockpit had been filled with sand and then concreted over. I'll let you think about how we had to get all that out of there. In Vietnam, it flew off carriers in the Gulf of Tonkin and it dropped bombs in close air support. But this aircraft was actually a gunfighter. These were the guns, or where the gun barrels were. And this F-8 aircraft was an awesome air-to-air aircraft, what we called a great dogfighter. And it's got several MiG kills to its credit. We're trying to figure out if the aircraft had a landing gear because it was on its belly in the park. And as we began digging around, we realized that they had dug pits for the landing gear, and the aircraft had actually been lowered onto the ground, and both main gear and the nose gear were down in pits. In fact, the tires were still on the aircraft, and the tires still had air in them. The San Francisco Parks and Rec people put a piece of corrugated tubing up the tailpipe, and it ran from the tailpipe all the way up to the nose. And they did that so it would be safe for kids, big and little kids, to crawl around in there. And so a lot of people have memories of crawling up into there and crawling out back. Of course, we took the corrugated steel out of there when we put it on display. And it's all volunteer work. We're a nonprofit organization, so we are not we don't have a lot of funds to do this kind of work. But in the next 1 to 2 years, we'll restore this aircraft to its former glory, and it'll be out again on display. And then people will be able to say, "Was that the airplane in the park? I played in that when I was a kid."